Most of the viewers are very keen to know online banking and digital wallet, the basics of online banking. Why it is so important today, how safe it is, and what precautions to take as a customer. You should not play with fingers wrongly or you press the wrong button. In case it happens, money goes to the wrong account. What are the chances of nabbing that recipient? Payphone systems. How safe are they? In India, which are the first 2-3 agencies that we can trust? And what is this unified payment systems in digital bank? And what are the mobile banking options that are normally available to an ordinary person? You know, credit cards and debit cards now. Now, how are they safe or unsafe to other digital banking services?
In the present world, online banking and wallet payment is a mandatory or must for anyone who is having any day-to-day affairs. Imagine in a village also there are so many transactions online, even government beneficiaries are also done through online platform. So now the online platform is the future of our payment gateways. We may be different stage of learning of online payment methods, but it is very easy. Just you need few cautionary measures and understand the paraphernalia of the payment methods. Online payment is like using your credentials which is known to only to you and putting the credential of a person with whom you are paying correctly, then it is 100% safe. If it is sent to someone by mistake also, he is bound to pay you back. But just imagine a person who is staying in Delhi or Uttar Pradesh, will you go and...
We understand, those things we do understand. It means we can always get to know that somebody has received it rightly.
Yes.
Getting it out of him is a different story altogether.
Yes. You are communicated to the rest of the world through a mobile, and the whole world is also watching you through your mobile. Because many times you accept so many notifications. The very first thing is, whenever a notification comes to you, before accepting it, first read for which purpose this notification has come. If it is not needed for you, just delete it. Second precaution is, don't save your credentials like password, CVV number or the card number,
any specified code
on your mobile or on your email. Without your involvement, no one in this world can take your money. That is, sir, for sure. Now there are so many applications in payment mode, and many of them are not approved by our Reserve Bank of India. You just need 1 or 2 major payment gateways, so that will be more cautious.
Who are the best ones?
It
Which
is
are
you
the
to
ones?
choose. It is you can use State Bank of India. They have a YONO, they have all those things, you can use that.
No, this Paytm and whatever.
Sir, all these are private banking. There is not a single government, only government UPI is there. That is Bhim UPI, that is a government as far as my knowledge.
In India, which are the first 2-3 agencies that we can trust?
So it will be very impartial for me to say particular company, but just in generalized mode, like you can use any Indian companies, I will suggest. Another thing is, you trust the application of that particular bank where you have your account.
Okay.
That is because that the person, they will help you, and your account is also linked to that particular application, because money goes from the account only. My purpose is that have maximum 2 or 3, like how many bank accounts you have. You trust some bank accounts, you must be having 1, 2 or 3. But what is the point in having bank accounts in 12 banks? Means 12 banks means 12 user IDs, 12 passwords, 12 credit cards, 12...
More confusion.
More confusion and more chance of delivering the secrets to others. Use only 2 or 3. Because yes, many times you say that 1 is not working, 2 is not working, at least 3 will work. Unified means you can pay from anything to anywhere, like you can pay your money to a phone number, account number, another digital account, anything. It's a payment gateway. There are so many payment gateways where they link all other applications of payment. Like for example, you have phone, you said PayPal is a payment gateway. So, is a Paytm is also payment gateway. It also gives access to so many bankers, so many applications to pay through that. Just for example, I am supposed to pay you some money, okay, if I want to use your phone number, then when I am using phone pay, I am using a phone number. If I am Google Pay, I am using a phone number. But all these things are routed through another payment gateway. So that payment gateway is the person who is controlling all these people. Telling a story, I got a call from your ATM card be blocked, and if you don't do this, then this thing happened. So that day I was free. I just wanted to make a fun with the caller. Then I just talked to them so many minutes. Then he told me, sir, I will give a PIN OTP and just give that. I will just do that. I know that he is giving a OTP, so he gave me OTP, but I deliberately gave him that wrong OTP. So he said, no, this is not the right OTP. 3 times he said, 3 times I said, no, I am telling the right one. No, sir, this is the wrong one. You are not giving the right one. Well, are you a right person? Then he said, sir, we are surprised to say that, sir, this is our job. In this country, it is difficult to get a job. So whoever gives some money, we want to ready to do whatever you need to. So they are not at fault. So they are being paid for that. There is a company who is running them and paying money to do this. So
they are only mere frontline workers, but the masters are sitting behind.
There are 2 ways. Applications, you just need a fingerprint or just PIN, like you put some PIN numbers like 111, then you will open your bank account. That is easier way for accessing the bank account. Another way is using a phone like a website. You go to the website, for example, I am using the SBI website, I go to online sbi.com, then I use the user ID password, but it takes some time. Then it will give us a OTP, I will put the OTP and do the transactions. The same SBI has another call is YONO. I can just go to the YONO application and is a fingerprint application, just fingerprint, or you can just put some PIN, 4-digit PIN number is there, you can put that and immediately you are accessible to all the banking details. But different is the application has a restriction of transactions, like you cannot go, like you cannot do more than 10,000, 20,000 transfer, like there are some restrictions, and there is also like restriction for PIN, restriction for password and restriction for fingerprint. So each type there is, because they wanted to decrease the fraud, like anybody can put the PIN and do some transaction, so they restricted that. So during that you will get a message that if you are going for online transaction of more than this amount, you have to go to the website, use your user ID and password, then you do that. So I say that it is 100% safe unless you have created a mistake. Credit card, debit card is absolutely safe unless you have not shared the credential with someone.
Okay, fine.
I will not suggest you to give the credit card to the waiter in a hotel, because they go to the counter and do the swipe.
Yes.
You accompany them.
Best tip.
You have to accompany them or ask them to bring the swipe machine near you.
That's this system.
If you are so precious and so busy, then you should be that much cautious that sometime your money will go. So then people say that how my money went. Yes, that card has been cloned. Card can be cloned.
No, how is it that the card can be cloned? Then it is not safe.
Card can be cloned because how the card was been prepared by a machine, the same card been prepared in another machine.
That's
right. It's same thing. But what is the secrecy of this particular card? Your CVV number. But what you have done, that up to some transactions you don't need OTP. So that one transaction can be done multiple times. Like for example, when you get a credit card, when you go to the application, you have to save, okay, up to this much of transaction, I don't need CVV, I don't need OTP.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. You can do that.
For small amounts, OTPs?
Small amounts, no. And like now present day, people have this touchless cards, contactless cards. You just show them, it goes. And for example, you have put that, okay, I don't need OTP up to 5,000 transactions. So he will do that. He doesn't need OPD.
And how does this cloning happen?
It's just a machine only, sir. It's a cloning is the same card can be merged, the digital framework is done and everything is transferred. All the new card can be cloned when you give a card to someone who is not
near you.
Not near you, and if that person is have a dirty mind of cloning. But for this cloning, it needs some time. So in front of you, if he keeps the card on the swipe machine for a longer time, you will definitely ask, why are you keeping my card there? You swipe and give it to me. But if you have not accompanied that person and you given him, he has every access to clone in all possible ways.
It will also clone your password.
Everything. There is how much details or credentials they have collected from you from a previous communication. Say they target few people. They will not target each and every person. They will target a person who is more like susceptible to be targeted. They will target because we are so.
Don't send it away.
Yeah, don't send it. Do it whatever you want to do in front of me.
And for a particular amount of money, there will be no OTP.
Yeah. No OTP. Safety front security means please restrict your number of cards to as less as possible. Don't use multiple bank cards, 2 ATM cards and 2 credit cards, not more than that. I will rather go to one, but nowadays many times what happens no, sometimes a particular card does not work, then you are stuck. So, I will suggest not more than 2 credit cards, no ATM cards and not more than 2 applications.
And that bank account
Yeah.
for which you have the card should not have much money.
Yeah, definitely that. And one more thing, the card which you carry, you have online access, just do not put money in your bank, because rest of the money you just transfer to fixed deposit, that also you can do online, because the fraudulent, it will take lot time to cancel the fixed deposit, convert to your bank account and get it. Now bank has come up with a policy like
Short term fixed deposit.
short term fixed it, and that is also automatic. One more thing I will say is, do not carry all the cards together, because you know that if the wallet is stolen, you have nothing to left out. The second thing is, please remember the toll free number of your card which you are using and the card number, because any time you find that your wallet is stolen or card is stolen, immediately call to the toll free number. They will ask you the card number and block it. And if you do this, the fraudulent or the stolen person or the thief who has stolen this card from you, we cannot use it. You give it
The
your
card number has to be kept away.
So, someone will tell you the card number so that you can block that card, and as soon as you block that card, your liability is 0, and the company will never ask you any money beyond this call. Any whatever amount of money has been debited from your account, whatever money has been debited from your credit card is the liability of the company to take. But I thought I should be more cautious rather than depending on an insurance company to protect myself. So, I thought of taking my own precautions.
That's the best. One has to be very cautious himself or herself rather than depending on systems.
Yes, sir.
That's absolutely great. We are we're extremely privileged to have you in the studio today. A doctor, an ortho doctor, a professor, talking about digital banking makes great sense. It means anyone down the street can become a digital banking master. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
A great doctor talking about digital banking has, floored us beyond limits. Thank you very much. Obliged.
Thank you, sir.